Good
Good
morning,
Morning, Seahome High School.
This is Thomas.
And Kirk.
And Knoll.
And Neha.
And Bechkowiak.
Welcome everyone to the morning announcements. I think it's a couple of you guys' first times on our morning announcements, but yeah, welcome. We're super excited to have you.
Thanks.
So, Mr. Knoll and Neha, would you guys mind sharing about our new Mayhem speaker this week?
Yeah, definitely. So our speaker this week is Carter Johnson, and he graduated from Seahome in 2014, and then went on to study aquatic and fishery sciences at the University of Washington, which is actually the same major that I did. And he's a really cool guy. It was great to talk with him. And Neha is going to talk about what he was speaking about.
So he had a really interesting talk about ocean acidification and its impact on organisms, and basically explaining what it is and why we should care about it and how we can get involved.
Awesome. That's fantastic.
And where can we find that video if people are interested?
That'll be available on the Mayhem website, which is linked on the Seahome website, and also in the Instagram bio of Environmental Club.
Awesome. And I think we'll leave the link below too for all of you guys interested in the Mayhem website. Yeah.
Absolutely. So we also have Mr. B on. As you may have noticed yesterday on our Instagram challenge this week, yesterday was Meatless Monday. And little fact for you, did you know that if the entire U.S. did not eat meat or cheese for just one day a week, it would be the equivalent of not driving 91 billion miles or taking 7.6 million cars off the road. So for our big week this week for Mayhem, you'll find, and Thomas will take us through those in a little bit, our different challenges and stuff for Mayhem. But Mr. B is going to kind of talk to us about where you can find maybe some recipes and things, and talk to us about meatless meals that we can prepare.
Yeah, Meatless Monday. It's just phenomenal and amazing how big of an impact we can have individually if we just went meatless one day a week, and if we kick that up to 2 days a week, double it. So it's really a huge problem and something that we can do really relatively easily. So I had been approached and asked to share some recipes because I have followed a plant-based diet for about the past 10 years. So I've got a wealth of recipes if anybody wants more, but there's about a half a dozen recipes that I shared and have been posted to the Mayhem website. And there is also a video posted of me cooking one of the recipes. I was actually involved in an online course this past weekend by a former Seahome student who's now at Western, Zosha Sherwood, who did a 2-day long online event called Creators and Collaborators. I think that's what it was called. So anyway, there's a link to me about a 30-minute long video cooking one of the recipes. So if anybody's interested, that's all available on the Mayhem website.
Awesome. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, that's so great.
Be sure to check it out. Awesome.
Yeah, it was really a lot of fun.
What would be, Mr. B, if you could pick any of your recipes that you have on there, which one would you lead us to as your favorite?
So it's the one that I did the video on, and it's called Cauliflower Power Tacos. It's the first recipe I found when I went vegan, and it to this day is still my favorite recipe. I probably make this recipe 3, sometimes 4 times a month. It's super easy, and it's really, really good. I mean, I've made this recipe for a lot of my meat-eating friends, and almost always I have to give them the recipe because they say best tacos ever. So
fantastic.
All right.
Yeah, check it out.
Definitely gonna have to check that out.
Super delicious.
Well, speaking of challenges, our last week's challenge winner was Yoshimi Lin. So congratulations to Yoshimi for winning our challenge. So, and then this week, today, Tuesday, is Tidy Up Tuesday. So make sure and tidy up. Tomorrow will be Wildlife Wednesday. So show us the wildlife that inspires you and what you care about in the climate, in climate change. And then Thursday will be Thrifty Thursday. How do you get thrifty to reduce waste? Awesome. All right. I think
So don't forget, this is another week that you can send your pictures in for another chance to win a gift card. So throw those in.
Yeah, make sure. Ms. Kirk, I think we have a few birthdays today.
We do. We have several. So do you want to start us off?
Oh, of course. Happy birthday
Okay.
to Anishka Dougal. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Next, happy birthday to John Kerstetter. Happy birthday, John.
Happy birthday.
Happy
John.
birthday.
Birthday.
Also, Julian Dixie, happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday. Next, we have Mark Fitos Link. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy
birthday, Mark.
And finally, last but not least, happy birthday to Robin Chalfie. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Robin.
birthday, Robin.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the morning announcements. It's been a pleasure having all of you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Kirk, I think
And don't forget,
oh, there you
I
go.
was just going to say, don't forget to check out the Mayhem website.
Yep.
It's seenhomeclimatemayhem.com. Go there to find not only the link to Carter Johnson's presentation, but also some amazing recipes from our own Mr. Bechkowiak that we can get. So with that, I think that kind of has our announcements for today, Thomas.
I think so. So once again, it's been Thomas.
And Kirk.
And Knoll.
And Neha.
And Bechkowiak.
Have a good one. See you.
Bye, see you.
Bye, CM.